The institutional interest in cryptocurrency honestly is at an all-time high, even though we see cryptocurrency kind of at some lows. Not an all-time low, but definitely at lows compared to a lot of the prices that we have seen. As a crypto investor, many of them want to say, I don't believe that, right? I don't think that there's a lot of institutional interest. I don't think that we're going to have a Bitcoin or an Ethereum or a reason to use something or even talk about it, honestly. You start to get skeptical because of all of the downtime that we have seen. Well, with something like XRP, you have things that are happening in the background, things that are happening in front of your face, and things that seem like they're a small piece to the puzzle, but in reality, they're a very large piece to that puzzle, and we're near completion. So I want to talk to you about the institutional interest, the push in cryptocurrency, the push in XRP, and more utility-based cryptocurrencies, and just get your opinion after that, because my job here is not necessarily to sway you in one way or the other. My job here is just to kind of inform you and maybe give you another thing to look at rather than just something that's in your own brain. When you start to overthink things, you're like, I should just get out of it. I should just sell my position and be happy with the gains that I have now. And while you can do that, there's so much more that you may be missing out on because of you deciding to make that move. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, if you guys could check out some of the links down below, it does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about my link down below in the description for BTCC. It's a great platform that I've been able to utilize for over a year at this point. It's been fantastic to utilize, to trade with, to demo trade with, to find my bearings with. Like, just being able to understand how my process can get a little bit better and my strategy can get a little bit better just by demo trading is great. But feel free to check it out. You get extra stuff, right? There's a 10% deposit bonus, extra bonuses up to $10,055, and you can earn up to 40% lower trading fees. So make sure you guys check that platform out. It is really good. Anyways, the reason why I'm bringing you this video is because I see all types of articles out there, and obviously the market is not necessarily doing the best. It's more or less flat. We may see some green from time to time, but what I'm looking at here, I see XRP that's at $1.31. Right, it's only up by less than 1%, $80 billion market cap with $1.4 billion worth of volume. Now, the holders sitting closer to 530,000 holders with 61 and a half billion coins in circulation as of the time of recording this video. Over the last week, it's down by 65 or 0.65%. The last month, it's down by 10%. The last year, it's down by 36%. So you can see why people will question, right? They'll question anything, right, that has to do with crypto right now because of the way that it's been dropping over this last year. And XRP is no exception. So I've been a big advocate for XRP's utility and potential use and conversation around that. The biggest piece being the institutional push, right? And seeing that there are many different sectors and places where this could be heavily utilized. Right now, XRP has experienced its longest slump in a decade, and it collides with Ripple's $13 trillion institutional push. So even though you're seeing something that's insanely negative or insanely positive as the institutional push and the amount of conversation and things that are happening there, you still see the negativity with the slump overall. So as you can see here, based on this price analysis, if you go back from October, you saw an 11% drop in October, a 13% drop, almost 14% in November, 15% in December, 10% in January, 16% in February, 2% in March, and then 2% in April. Seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 months right now. Well, it's not fully 7 months, but right now we are down in April. 6 months of, decreasing, consistent decreasing, month start to month end. And it just hasn't really been great for that performance. But it doesn't really make me concerned or make me worry because I'm in for the long haul, and the long haul includes the larger institutional push and the larger conversations that are around it. So XRP enters corporate treasury workflows. Ripple's latest move to place digital assets directly within the software used by corporate finance teams, an area long dominated by fiat-only systems. On April 1st, the company introduced digital asset accounts and unified treasury inside G Treasury, the enterprise treasury management platform it acquired in 2025. The system processed $13 trillion in payment volume last year for clients ranging from small businesses to Fortune 500 companies, giving Ripple an established corporate channel rather than a new one built from scratch. Digital asset accounts allows treasury teams to hold, view, and manage XRP, RLUSD, stablecoin, and other supported tokens alongside traditional cash balances inside the same platform. And how could this be big? I mean, you're answering your own question. It's a place that, processed $13 trillion in payment volume. And if you have the opportunity to have something that is faster, that is more efficient, that is secure, that is cheaper, right? And did I say faster? And if I did, I'll say it again, faster, right? Something that's dominated by fiat, which is traditionally slower, right? You have to have kind of that IOU system, right? IOU this because this is pending. It's not really in your account. It's just taking its time to get there. And it's an IOU system rather than I'm sending it, it's there in seconds, right? That's kind of what XRP offers more than what fiat currency will offer, as well as ROUSD, the stable coin. And you look at it as, or I look at it as utility. I look at it as a reason to hold it, a reason to use it, and a reason to get more excited about it. Now, even though you have this good news and great things that are happening, you still don't see the action that's being taken on the price. Where's the price going? Well, pretty much nowhere. It is, in my opinion, a small piece or a bigger piece to the puzzle, however big that puzzle is. It may be a 100-piece puzzle or a 1,000-piece puzzle, right? We'll know what's the size of the puzzle once we get to the point where things are starting to explode based on the inability to contain the level of excitement, the FOMO into it, the growth for this position. That's what I'm excited about. And $13 trillion sounds great, but how about just less than 10% of that? Right? You talk about just 10% of 10 trillion, you have $1 trillion of value that XRP could be housing just for that specifically. We're talking about, multiple dollars, tens of dollars that we can get to with just that. But then we look at a bigger scale, 50%, and then 10% of other industries and many other things that you guys aren't factoring into your tunnel vision that you see for just XRP and the position itself. As an investor, you invest into everything that they're doing, not only just what the price is doing, right? And then when you do that and you invest into everything that they're doing and everything that they're going to be, the price ends up getting to what you wanted and probably further. So I'm excited to see what this is going to be. I want to know your opinion about something like this. Do you have tunnel vision, or are you looking at all the pieces and then finally bringing those together to see what the ultimate picture is going to be? Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.